The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Jackson, first play, going to throw.
And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You look at the Steeler defense.
This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 23-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson fighting to stay upright. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Jackson now. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to...
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup. Love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 8.
Off the play fake. Richard. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, The quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And it's fielded at the 34. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They run up the gut, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
Following the fumble recovery, Richard. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Davis Price not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, Richard. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. The 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, you have to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard.
They go play action with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, No hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
To pick up a 3, brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down, Richard. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Richard.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Now in the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw on third down, Richard. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
York able to send this one through.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to win that that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that.
There he goes, left side. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Back to the air on second down.
Richard, here's one deep for Pickens. And got his man complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Throwing on first down. Richard. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. To throw again. Richard. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
They'll set up the screen for Davis Price.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on third down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of third down there and made a play.
42-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. Shoves him aside. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. Down to about the 32.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Called a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw. Richard has got his man. It's Andrews. And he will have the Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. On 1st down, Richard. His throw incomplete. The Steelers at 6-3 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it. But the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. This will be caught just inside the 10. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Richard. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. York able to send this one through, and they have regained the lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Flowers going to go in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. On 1st and 10, Richard.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw on 2nd down, Richard. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Richard able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throw outside, held in by Pickens.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And remember, this drive started off with a turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now in the year. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, Kelly. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Richard. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Richard. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled on some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Mark Andrews with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. York now for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Ravens going to get one more drive here in this 1st half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line.
Keep going, keep going.
And taken right at the 35. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half is theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
To throw is Jackson. That's caught at the 3. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not.
And they will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. That's caught at the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. The throw here, Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. What a career he continues to have. That catch is number 815. That ties him with Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe.
And just think about this. The only people ahead of him at the tight end position in catches, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, and Tony Gonzalez. You catch 815 passes as a tight end in the NFL, call your tailor and get measured for the gold jacket.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. From the 33, here's second down and 7. Back to throw. Richard. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Richard. And that is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On third down, Richard. And he comes back with one complete. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job of limiting that and keeping them from the first down.
Stopped him in his tracks. So he's got another field goal. His 4th now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give up the middle to Keller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
From the 41, here's a second down and 6. Jackson now. Complete to Likely. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richard being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. From the gun on third down, Richard. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. Davis Price once more. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Looking to throw. Richard. Hard throw, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all to return. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They'll start out here with the option left. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. On second down, Jackson. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Jackson, option right. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
Now, like that he knew that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Foreman will try to pick it up. And breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Holding offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On the delay, it's Kelly. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he is caught. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Now Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Tucker's kick is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Richard. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Richard firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Ravens ready to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Kelly. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Again, Jackson. Finding Williams once more, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Jackson. It's brought in by Harris. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They come up now on 2nd and 2. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And they'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
This is the worst defense showing I've ever seen.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now the Steelers down by 4, less than 90 seconds to go. They'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. He's back to throw. He's got Pickens, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
Partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts them out in front here in the final minute of the contest. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now it's the Ravens' turn. Trailing by a field goal. 36 seconds remaining. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Pass complete, it's likely. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. Here's Jackson as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they'll indeed take a knee. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.